Hey guys, Bronx48 here, doing a quick ride over the Bronx River to Story Avenue in the Bronx. So enjoy the ride.
Bronx 38 rules, baby!
Have a nice day. Hey 48ers, how you guys doing? Today, Bx48's on the delivery run. He has to deliver some paperwork and some applications and some money orders to different management companies. Got to be jumping on the Bronx River. So I figured I'd bring you guys a little bit of the Bronx River right now. This Fordham Road, lower Fordham Road, by Harley, by Fordham University. Come on, big old cheese bus. All the kids at the cheese bus wave. Hey guys, Bx48 here. I noticed that a lot. Every time Harley gets a lot of love from the young generation. They're always waving at me. Or maybe it's just me. I'm a nice guy. Kids love me. My daughter loves me. I know that for a fact. We're basically leaving right at the end of Fordham Road, heading towards the Bronx River, heading towards Story Avenue. Bronx River, the other direction, heads up to like New Rochelle and Pelham section, Mount Vernon. There's a whole bunch of places. We're gonna definitely do a ride on that section of the Bronx River. This right here to the right is all the Bronx Zoo to the right, and then to the left is the Botanical Gardens. That's where they pretty much both split up. They finally paved Fordham Road, so it's a nice smooth ride. It was a nice day. I had a lot of errands to run. I had to deliver some packages, so I figured, hey, what the heck, let me get a little video and make sure I give the riders some Bronx feedback. I gotta start going into the city a little bit more frequently, because I've been doing a lot of local rides. I know I had to bring you guys some downtown stuff, but you know, Bronx 48 is from the Bronx, so it's easy to get Bronx footage being in the Bronx. This is the entrance to the Bronx River. There was a huge accident about a year ago on the Bronx River that made the news. Like a minivan had gone over the edge of the highway. Like she slammed into one side of the divider. The minivan went into the other side. She had just picked up her family from the airport and they had kids in the car, and then the minivan went over the divider, fell about like 50 feet. It was pretty tragic. Ever since that, they've been fixing up the Bronx River heading in this direction. I think this is north. Let me see. This is probably eastbound, northbound. I gotta talk to my dog SoCom Elite. He's the one that gives me the directions. Story Avenue is pretty much one of the let me see what that is, like the northeast section of the Bronx. I went to school over by Story Avenue. I'll give you guys a little more of a tour. Back in the day, Story used to be a little tough. There's a lot of projects in the area. There's a lot of big housing complexes too that are not projects in the area, but see, I think this is that right divider there. They built that over because the minivan had crashed into that. It's pretty sad. But the Bronx River is a pretty awesome ride. When you pass the Bronx, I think you pass Co-op City on the Bronx River, you pretty much can see it turns into like a 2-lane highway, and it's a pretty awesome motorcycle ride. It's just twisties all over the place. So I'm definitely going to be doing that ride up either by myself or Roger, Sarge, my cousin, and they see if they want to do it. And it's always fun to get more people on the ride, even though I know a lot of people just like the solo ride, just checking out the Bronx, but always makes for cool videos when you have someone you're riding with. this is we're pretty much getting to the end. There is one bump here. Oh my goodness. It's probably when I first started riding the 48. You notice I have a big seat on my motorcycle. That's because of this bump. Was one of the reasons why I got it. I think it just passed. Nope, there it is. You saw how big I just swooped up? Now I had the solo seat when I initially, of course, when you bought the bike, you got the stock seat. So I went over that bump and my ass did like a Superman. I landed like on the top section of my balls. It just smacked right down. I would probably lift it up about 7 inches above. If I was riding one-handed right then and there, it would have been a wrap. The bike would have gone and I would have went with it, because that dip is a pretty serious dip. And then with this new seat, that's a sundowner seat, so it's a pretty steep cup even if I jump. But now that I know the road fairly well, I know to prepare for that in advance. Take a look back on the replay it back. Look how deep it dips down. And this is Story Avenue here. I have a lot of memories of Story Avenue. One of my boys used to live over here, so we used to come chill at his house, or come get food right after school. I went to Davidson High School. It's not known for being the best school in the Bronx back in the day, but they had a pretty good performing arts program, so I decided to go there. Plus all my friends were going there too, so you got kind of peer pressured into, come on Ness, don't go to Clinton, don't go to Kennedy, definitely don't go to Roosevelt, come to Stevenson, because it's the second worst school in the Bronx at the time. But you have to be able to play your ass off on that, instrument. Well, peer pressure. 3 of my best friends went there, so I was like, what the heck? It's about an hour or hour and a half away by bus, so it gave me an excuse to not get home early and to basically take my time getting home. The only pain in the ass was getting up in the morning. Oh my God, classes started at like 8, so we had to be up by like 6 in the morning, and Bx48 is not a morning person. Definitely not a morning person. This neighborhood's all familiar to me, because the big building we just passed on the left, that's where my boy Bruce used to live. Right there, they have the most awesome chicken sandwiches. They are $3.50, but you get a chicken patty, lettuce, tomatoes, the works, and it will not make you fart or anything. It's pretty good. It's pretty delicious. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, we spent a lot of our high school years in these neighborhoods just walking back and forth. Again, it was a little tough back in the day, but you're from the Bronx, you get used to all of the little imperfections of your own city. Every neighborhood in the world has their own version of the Bronx in them. So nowadays it's a lot nicer little neighborhood. They cleaned up. They got a Kmart, and they have Toys R Us. They have big shopping district here. This is the building that I'm gonna go. I did a lease signing for this building here for a 2-bedroom, so I had to go drop off the leases, and there's no better way than ever on a motorcycle. Well guys, our ride's coming to an end pretty soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit you up later. I'm here to drop off some leases to the leasing office real quick.
You want to drop off some what?
Leases to the leasing office. Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, follow on Twitter at Bx48. This is Bx48 out.